Hey my audio brethren, meet the Chameleon Labs 7721. Whether you're dealing impact into your drum bus, smoothing out a vocal, or gluing the entire mix together, for the price tag, it punches way above its weight class. At its heart is a VCA, voltage controlled amplifier. It uses the highly sought after classic VAT 4301 chip, which is now unobtainium, and the reason why some brands had to discontinue their versions. Compared to optical, FET, or variable mu compressors, VCA designs lean towards precision and greater control, which is why you often find them used as bus compressors or in mastering. But the 7721 is also highly effective on vocals, acoustic guitars, and synths. You get that tight, propulsive sound without sacrificing clarity or speed. Look at this build quality. A single beautifully engineered printed circuit board, custom switching power supply, physical isolation of audio and power. This was 3 years in the design, inspired by products from the 1970s, but built to outperform them in sonics, features, and durability. All the pots and switches are of the highest quality with tight tolerances. Go ahead, do some knob fondling. Even the power switch isn't one of those cheap rockers. Of course, you have the obvious controls like the threshold, the when. When will the compressor activate? At this level or this level? The attack, how fast, as in, once you tell me to start working, how fast do I grab the signal? The release, or how long? How long do I hold on to this signal after it drops below the threshold? The ratio, how much? As in, how much do I smash this thing? 2 times, 4 times, 10 times? And makeup gain, which brings the level back up to nominal after you've squashed it. Just like makeup sex, returning the relationship to normal after you've taken a dip in Lake Stupid again. The VU meter allows you to view input, output, and gain reduction. Simple, but effective. The detector circuit is where things get interesting. This controls how the compressor behaves. Like a ruffian or a sophisticate. It's your choice. First off, there's a high-pass filter that speaks only to the detector circuit, rolling off the selectable bass frequencies at 24 dB per octave, making it less susceptible to low-frequency events like a kick drum triggering it. Then you have soft knee and hard knee options, which dictate not only after crossing the threshold whether the change is rapid and more obvious, or gradual and gentler, but also if the gain reduction kicks in sooner or later. You may also switch between peak and RMS detection. This alters how the compressor hears and reacts to the music. In peak mode, it grabs the spiky transients and is often employed on a drum kit or for percussive sounds like a bass slap. In RMS mode, it looks at the average loudness, ignoring the quick bursts and instead evening out the crests and troughs for sustained instruments like pads or electric guitars or a mix bus. The external sidechain allows you to connect another source to trigger the compressor. For example, feed it your dialogue track to duck the music during a voiceover, or feed it a kick drum to pulse the synths and EDM so they drop in level every time the kick sounds, just in case you're so rhythmically challenged from Molly that you can't dance to the kick drum on its own. Most of us like to overcompress and over-EQ to exaggerate the effect and then dial things back. This can be a real drag when you're adjusting something with a lot of controls that all interact with one another. With the blend knob, simply overdo it and feel your way into the sweet spot. The original dry signal is on the hard left and the total wet compression is on the far right. Audition it next in our YouTube playlist.